67 is so cringe, bro. What's with kids nowadays? 2022. Bro, AI is writing my essays for me. 2026. The job you were studying for no longer exists. IGN, when a buggy and unplayable glitch game comes out. IGN, when an actual masterpiece of a game comes out. Me listening to my husband talk about his best friend who went missing in Thailand 15 years ago. We met shortly after. Me watching out of control kids harass fast food workers. Me watching out of control kids harass the Scientology cult. People a few years ago. Japan is literally paradise. People now, Japan is literally hell. Dutch media wonder why over half of young Dutch adults do not want to have kids. The current housing market in the Netherlands. Young Dutch adults. Oh wow, windows. I don't think I could afford this place. People these days are being told that skilled trades are an easy way to make big stable money. People actually in the trades determined that was a lie. I am once again asking for your attention to the issue of climate change. Watching a tutorial on how to fix a problem, but the guy in the video has a different menu layout than you. This is a liquid, correct? Yep. And it comes from what you call a petroleum product, correct? Yep. So logically, you'd shorten it to petrol? That makes sense. And gasoline is named after a lighting fluid, so call it petrol. It's gas. Father simulator daughter, father simulator son. Reading old chats, knowing he's never coming back. Would you press the button? You win $10,000. But your parents will see you having slex with your GF. Me realizing I can win $10,000, a girlfriend, and I'll see my dad for the first time. When I find the perfect woman on Tinder, but I end up seeing that she smokes. When I go to Linux to escape AI, and Linux is about to become illegal. Wait, so over 20,000 public comments opposing clean air rules were generated by AI using real people's names, and we're not investigating this? Is that your culture? I don't like it. My resume, 15 years of IT experience? Whoa, the hiring manager. Me looking for a job ASAP. This is worthless. Hey YouTube, if I search for this video, can you find it? Modern YouTube. You know what really grinds my gears? When someone is in possession of lost media, but is purposely refusing to get it released. Wearing a second condom for extra protection. Friction. When bro is misogynistic, you wonder if he's gonna marry a man at this point. Picture of a planet 5 billion kilometers away. Security camera footages in White House. Guys, the hot singles in my area that appear when I get into a website are slowly turning into hot AI girlfriends. Disney's new CEO firing all of the artists who made Marvel successful and replacing them with AI trained on their art. Maybe I am a monster. That one coworker asking you what happened, man, knowing darn well he the snitch. Me getting a job to afford video games. Also me having no time to play them because of that job. In Dispatch 2025, it costs $86 to go to the movies. What the pack do the superheroes even do? I watch the Olympics because I love sports. Be honest, I am honest. When was the last time you watched a sports event? I watch the Olympics because I like seeing hot women from around the world in one place. Thank you. 8-year-old me watching a movie and seeing the main character give up the thing that they've been wanting for the entire movie in the end. How it feels to refund a Steam game under the reason it's not fun. Thank you for restoring my mental health. I literally just showed you my massive, huge honkers. Me looking at the ungodly search history on the family iPad after my little brother had it for 5 minutes. That moment when you realize some game testers and developers are playing GTA 6 right now. I heard he doesn't use AI for his college projects. When you watched a full 2 hours trash movie, just because of a random short hyping its 10-second clip. When you notice someone getting closer to your crush, but you can't do anything because you don't even talk to them. Parents, why aren't you top of your class, my class? How bed looks at me when it's time to leave the bed. Mom, we have guests coming over and I turned on some anime for your kids on the computer. Me, but I don't watch any anime. Smartest sovereign citizen. This treaty between the USA and some other country from 1789 means I can drive without a license. Average person. No, it doesn't. Hire enough artists to work on yearly animated show. Pay rich celebrities bug bucks. Running bat neck to lock the bedroom door when we hear the kids get home. When someone cries in front of you, but you were raised in a family that hugs twice a year, so you just stand there like a wet shoe bill. Ladies, what if I told you a little fat is not only healthy, but looks good on a woman? POV, you're leaving the movie theater on a hot summer day. Beat it, people with pawn advection. When you need a therapist, but you don't have money, and then you realize that if you had money, you wouldn't need a therapist. How the teacher looks at me after asking, "How's your exam going?" And I say good as we both stare at a blank page. Quality of plastic used in $10 face wash bottle. Quality of plastic used in a $1,100 Windows laptop. People my age, me. How it felt to talk about Slenderman, Jeff the Color, Sonic.exe, and creepypastas on a cold night in 2014. You decided to put gas in the car instead of all over yourself and lighting it. I'm proud of you. Before, a tiny ball of fur rescued from the cold streets. Now, demands only gourmet food, won't let me sit in my own chair, looks at me like I'm its servant. OSHA, NPS, USPS, U.S. government agencies that actually help people. Me after reporting as potential fraud all the companies on LinkedIn calling their jobs remote, but stating you have to live within 20 miles of their office. It ain't much, but it's honest work. How I feel using my turn signals to indicate that I'm entering the turning lane when I barely see anyone else doing the same. Hitler ruled over Nazi Germany through 1933 to 1945. The Australian painter ruled over No Germany through 1933 to 1945. Me going to work at 6 a.m. after going to bed at 3 a.m. You ask her where she wants to go to eat. She says she doesn't care and tells you to decide. You think about it, you decide where to eat and go there. Resident Evil 4. Villain with desire to indoctrinate the U.S. and rest of world into Los Illuminados cult. Resident Evil 5. Villain with God complex fueled by a social Darwinist desire to force human evolution. Resident Evil 6. Infernal lust. 0 days without me yelling at AI customer service. Current job market. Me trying to find a job. Dad calls me. Me. Miss it by 30 seconds and calls back right away. Dad. Doesn't pick up phone. Me. Hold on, this whole operation was your idea. Me. Sorry I'm busy this weekend. Also me, the entire weekend. I'm going to open Reddit because I have nowhere else to go. I switch you on every day. You switch me on every day. There is only one device connected to HDMI1. There is only one device connected to HDMI1. I've never connected another HDMI, nor have any channels set up. You've never connected another HDMI, nor have any channels set up. I switch you on. HDMI 2. High school girl. OMG, Lloyd is so cute. Lloyd. This is what kids in the US were raised on. This is what European kids were raised on. Thrag, we will disappear within your society. Your people will never know we are here. Cecil and the entire GDA who have all seen Anissa before. How innocently my cat sleeps after shutting under my desk. When a girl asks me why men leave one urinal empty between each other, it's the law. I'm bi, me too, sexual, polar, you packing ace-hole? Men's underwear that survived every world event this decade just to hear replace it. Plants at shops, plants at home. It's time to go. Was I a good cable mode? No. You were great. You never once failed in all the years you operated. Elderly family member, my phone won't turn on. Me, presses on button. Elderly family member, Lisan Al-Gaib. Common man, why can't I afford a house or nice things? Most people like you can't have nice things because there's limited resources on Earth, which we hoard so only we can live in luxury. Whoa, this is worthless. This is how I sit and contemplate after packing up an easy task, which I have done thousands of times. A shrimp? Am I to accept as God's own truth that the sea's very own abominable and chittering roach was the one who took wok into hand and fried this rice? Me texting OMW, my phone auto, correcting it to on my way. When there is no next episode button on your favorite series. Me finally gets motivated to do the assignments because deadline is approaching. Professor extends the deadline. Me, well now I am not doing it. I bought a wig for the dog. The thief was taken away with a heart attack. The neighbor has not left the house for the second day. Mr. Jackson, you've become part of a bigger universe, you just don't know it yet. Who are you? Freddie Mercury, lead singer of Queen. I'm here to talk about the Musicians Initiative. People, I miss Sierra Mist. It got rebranded and now it's called Starry. Me when my dog kisses me after a long day of licking its own ace. Thank you, Wario. When the waiter brings out my $1,000 entree. To be perfectly frank, Russell, I think you're just a grifter saying whatever he needs to say to help his career. When you realize the early 2000s are now considered old school. How AI-generated videos are distorting your child's YouTube feed. AI slop videos aimed at babies are garbage, says pediatrician. Politicians implement age verification laws to stop predators from talking to children and to stop teenagers from watching porn. Expectation. We did it, the children are safe. Reality. Strange. Why does this 80-year-old grandma has 6,900 accounts on Pornhub? The opening bars of Queen's Under Pressure come on the radio. It's vanilla packing ice. Teacher, the human mind has no limitations. Me, imagine a new color. Teacher. Alchemists, when I turn gold into lead. My single life, me. Tom was the first one whose job was replaced by artificial intelligence. My brain, when it tries to remember anything that happened within the last 4 years. Now I've become disassociation, the forgetter of all things. We've invented a new way to produce electricity. Haha, it's not boiling water again, is it? It is boiling water again, isn't it? My Sim's deciding if they should put out the kitchen fire or start doing sit-ups in the bathroom. Finally, free time to play. Game updates, 45 gigabytes. Me listening to my voice in an audio. Welcome to the FICO system, where the metrics are made up and the payments don't matter. Finally is pronounced as finally, but finale is pronounced as finale. Is everything okay, sweetie? You've barely touched your feet loaf. My dog just existing, me. Hey, can you hurry up and remove this dangerous material? I'm trying as best as I can. When someone walks in on you being a who, the cleanup crew watching the confetti cannons go off for the third time tonight. When someone online complains about lack of legroom on airplane seats. I'm sorry, is this some sort of tall person joke that I'm too short to understand? When I clearly heard the other person, but I say, huh? To buy 2 seconds of processing time. You get into bed. You find the perfect position to sleep. You need to pee. You need to pee. When your partner starts putting things away and closing cabinets 30% harder than they normally do. If inhaling bleach powder causes short-term memory loss, imagine what inhaling bleach powder does. Me trying not to see spoilers, trending searches. When you're shopping and decide to silently fart, but it's too severe, you gotta leave the aisle. Me and boys ready to raid the Church of Scientology. Why hello, Tom. Hamster before I come home. Hamster after I come home. What happened to him? He listened to the free version of Spotify with his headphones at full volume and an ad played. The teacher moves the project due today to next week. The one who didn't do it. The one who stayed all night to do it. The one who didn't even know there was a project to do. Driving lesson, Dad. Me. Let's go. In and out. 20-minute adventure. 5 hours later. Get a job in the AVL. Take ex-villain as a partner. Marry him. Marry him. It's 8 degrees Celsius and raining. PE teachers. Me looking at an exam I studied for 5 minutes for it. What the pack is this? Why haven't you worked in 6 months? I was preparing for this interview. Me about to retweet a rage bait post, but remember something. Wait a minute, I am not mentally ill. If you think you're in the Truman Show, just play copyrighted music so they can't air it. When you're on your break and your coworker is having a conversation on speakerphone. Defeat is not the end of Japan. In the future, we will still be the strongest nation. Emperor Hirohito, 70 years later. Time to burn out, but it's only morning and we haven't done anything yet. Me telling my girlfriend I won't eat the chapstick in her purse. Me when she leaves her purse unattended. Netflix, we are increasing the price of your subscription. Then I get more in return, right? Then I get more in return, right? Teacher, this isn't something you can do the night before me. You know what grinds my gears? Pressing skip intro and then half the intro still plays. Me, about to start something. My mom about to send me 248 side quests. Talking clearly, assuming people have telepathy installed. When someone does something horrible and they immediately turn to religion saying they've changed. How the professor looks at me when I leave the exam paper blank and only write his side chick's name and his wife's phone number. Nobody, absolutely nobody, my brain before sleeping. Remember that awkward thing you did in 2016? Yeah, let's think about it for 3 hours. When you tell everyone that you had a long day and you don't want to talk about politics and ethics. That one person who is really into politics and ethics. Me reading entry-level job requirements, and am I reading what the pack? White girl has been here. How can you tell I hear Taylor Swift music? Could you stop posting season 5 spoilers of The Boys for 5 minutes? How it feels eating cake with a lot of powder on it. Me, housing prices, oil prices, food prices, World War III, healthcare, and insurance. Scrolling for 15 minutes before bed are the best 3 hours of my life. Doctor, can you pinpoint the start of your obsession with the Spice Girls? Me. POV, you go to that girl's house after she told you she has the cutest dog ever. CIA agents in 1964. Castro's in for the surprise of his life when he tries to sign something with my poison pen. CIA agents today. I have 2, ChatGPT, and neither are working. That guy is definitely a bot. Me, who just has a very different opinion. People who comment petabate under everything that contains a child. Hey, this is our fan community. Would you like politics? Woo! Guys, we need to talk about politics. Everything is like so political. Here's my AI-generated bullshit to explain why. I do not learn multiple weapons. I do not develop contingents. I find one playstyle that works for me, and if I don't get the right weapons/gear, I reset the run. Going after minors, going after majors. Seniors when they blow their whole social security check at the casino. Seniors when there's a $20 copay on their meds. CEO after massive layoffs. My job here is done. Employees that were spared, but you didn't do anything. I helped the stock go up. Making friends as a child, easy. Making friends as an adult, hard. Pet dogs and cats when they die. Pet hamsters when they die. Homeless man, my brother, can you spare some change? Me walking out of the grocery store. When you buy a cheap power bank and your phone starts charging the power bank. VPNs protect your privacy. Meanwhile, governments. You don't need to go to college. Looks inside. 4-year trade school. Pissing in the toilet is like flying a plane. Almost all the accidents occurred during takeoff and landing. Who the pack starts a conversation like that? I just sat down. When your friend buys a high-end gaming PC, but the first game he installs is Mafia 1, Shepherd. Even with all your upgrades, you're human, just like the rest of us. When you're that, honey, one last ride, phone at 1% battery. Movie execs when the director dares to add saturated colors. When you decide to look up a YouTuber you watched as a kid, but you find out they're now retired. AI agent in OS. People migrated from Microslop to Ubuntu. Cast it into the fire. Destroy it. Ubuntu. No. I can't live without you. Water, oxygen, food. Google, Urban Dictionary. Joining my first role playing server in Gmod, fully expecting RPG mechanics and combat gameplay, realizing that it's just a bunch of kids and grown ace men playing Dollhouse. When someone mentions something from the 90s/2000s you forgot about. Never ask a woman her age, a man, his salary, me, anything. When you binge watch a show and have to wait months for new episodes. When I'm a cashier, but I lie to my high school rival and say I own a fancy restaurant, and he says he'll be there tonight. Me and the homies heading to the Bolrovian meat party. Me before going to school giving Oscar performance to my mom. I'm dying, help me. Also me opening my PS5 after she sleeps again. I am feeling good today. When there's not cops around, anything's legal. Change my mind. Me struggling with adult life. The leaders still discussing how to pack the economy more. When your smartwatch says you had a solid 8 hours sleep, and you know that's a filthy lie. When your boss comes up to you because someone rammed a forklift into the rack, where were you when the rack fell? Tiaz with a 0.9 GPA when it comes to checking if Yo Jordans are fake? TIL hedgehogs masturbate multiple times per day for the sole purpose of pleasure, usually as a sign of boredom. How I feel when YouTube shows me ads for accounting services and business loans. I am unemployed. Rogue, barbarian, paladin, cleric. Life. Kids who are just growing up. You feeling all right, man? Lego? Want to touch Lego? Workers at Chernobyl on April 26, 1986. Business is booming. Me being depressed in real life. Me being depressed online. Me having to go outside because the delivery guy got lost. People, you're too kind. You should be more selfish. Start to be a little bit selfish. Also, people, adios. Billionaires, compulsive money hoarders. Conscience and science. Me, Arkansas and Kansas. Website, accept cookies to continue. Me, the essentials are enough for me. Side character, villain, main character. Grandparents usually, I'm too weak. Grandparents when bingo, unlimited power. The before and after slides during those anti-wrinkle cream commercials. The neighbors are arguing again. The husband just screamed the C word at his wife. Please do not lean on me. I am very unstable. When you're having the worst day of your life, but then you wake up. I hate titans. Turns into titan. I hate ghouls. Turns into ghouls. I hate vampires. Turns into vampire. Rick Astley, giving up on love. When you visit your friend's apartment and a rat suddenly runs out of a pile of junk. I never thought I'd see a living animal. What happened to him? He posted an injured animal but refused to take it to the vet or get any medical help. When you improvise the greatest solo ever, but no one is around and you didn't record. Me deciding which 20-minute YouTube video is worthy of being watched while I eat my 5-minute meal. A Serbian film. A Serbian film. Choosing a movie to watch. Hypothetical problems. Me. Real actual problems. Not crying over spilt milk. Crying over spilt milk. Crying over unspilled milk because you know you're going to spill it eventually. When they keep yapping about being kind and politeness like it's their full-time job, but they're always the first to start arguments, throw tantrums over tiny things, refuse to listen, and treat insults like a sport. Me acting casual so I can watch the neighbors fight outside. My wallet watching me getting closer to the Warhammer section. When you realize you can't skip steps going down the stairs anymore. POV, your brain at 3 a.m., embarrassing moments, trauma, you're a bad person. Allow us to introduce ourselves. Your last update was so long ago that your phone is still on version before everything went sideways. I find a fan artist with a great style. They inly draw incest. 95% of my body fluids are now miscellaneous pharmaceutical chemicals. Actually drawing something, deviantart.com, AI. Draw yourself smooching your favorite fictional character. Make a career off your art and turn what you love into what you do for a living. Some of the most amazing artists I've seen on the internet for some reason. It's going to be a biopic that will show all of her flawed humanity, except the bad bits. That's right. I am an introvert. I don't get lonely or FOMO. That's for the extroverts. Living on my own will be great. Seeing the people I love experience life without me. Looking in the mirror after the edible kicks in. Nobody? Beavers on Instagram. They love me. Whenever you begin to feel useless, remember that there are those who are working around the clock to patch de nouveau. Me trying to act chill in public. The weird eye ringtone I have. The power flickers in the middle of the night. Your alarm at 10:47 a.m. Hey you, you're finally awake. Everybody just yells and screams at each other. Nobody's civil anymore. Nobody thinks what it's like to be the other guy. Me sets 10 alarms. Also me defeats all of them like a final boss. How it started, how it's going. If you don't press this button, nothing happens. But if more than 50% of people press the button, those that didn't press, it die. You should know that 80% of Redditors chose not to press it because Redditors are decent, moral people who do what's right. And if you bip, dude, don't make me downvote you. I bring a sort of I'll light up one more vibe to smoke breaks that my lungs don't really like. Liminal space enjoyers wondering what to do after entering the back rooms trespassing in a mall and seeing an unknown entity, the security guard, in the distance. Master Skywalker, are you here to murder us? Relax, youngling. This is where the fun begins. Tada. Yippee. Kids' Choice Award exists. SpongeBob. Child me watching true crime shows on TV while unsupervised. POV My DS Lite, sitting in the closet for 15 years waiting for me to turn it back on. 116,427,065,540 seconds. Me when I drop my phone in the toilet. Hey, you haven't gone out in a while, have you? Yeah, it's been a while, actually. How could you tell? I'm going to tell my kids this was Sleep Token. Magic's biggest secrets finally revealed. Women complaining about the pay gap in sports is like men complaining about the pay gap in OnlyFans. Me. I'm scared of thick zombies. Therapist. Deadas? Me. Italian seafood with cheese. God. So you know how some sins are unforgivable? How the pack a computer gone ask me if I'm a robot. MFU, a robot. All of the problems of Argentina. Hey, we won the World Cup. Girls when they sneeze. Boys when they sneeze. Dads when they sneeze. Me pausing the podcast and talking to myself, pretending I'm in it. Low battery, Louis battery. When you open the chat, see them typing. Me testing if there's tall damage. When you faded and you get in a serious situation. Taiwan is a country. Winnie the Pooh. When you suddenly become aware of your tongue. When you plug your phone in, but the battery percentage still goes down. When your AI assistant is the only one who understands you. If 99% people find you unattractive, then around 75 million people on Earth still find you attractive. My self-confidence just shot up. So you spent the day topless at the beach again? What makes you think that? When you go to the kitchen at 3 a.m., when the lights suddenly turn off, people who think they are being scammed when there is a lot of ice in their drink. You see a good comment on YouTube. Edit, OMG mom, I'm famous. Why are you holding one hand under the table? Because I'm rubbing one out under the table. RuneScape, $2,100 gaming rig. Me thinking I'd be playing Crisis 12 or some sheet. Not sure if everything is expensive or I am just poor. They've leaked the full GTA 5 source code. 4G internet. Also, 4G internet. When there is an ad, best part of the song starts. GPS. In a quarter mile, take a right at the fork to stay on I-10 East. Keep right. My English. American English. British English. What the hell is this? Computers are stupid. No! AI is so smart. ChatGPT will take over the world. Computers are stupid. Forget about reading levels. Most adults heart at a 5th grade level. Retail workers everywhere. See you in October Beach. Trying to exercise without a gym membership. It's packing hot. It's packing cold. It's packing raining. My packing phone died. I stepped in packing sheet. When you're driving a 2012 Nissan Juke and you see the brake and battery lights come on and turn off a split second later. Japan, Japanese corporations. Stop giving me your toughest battles. LOL. The world we grew up. The world we live in. Depression. Bowl of rigatoni with garlic oil. Non-Australians when they eat Marmite/Vegemite. If you ever feel useless, remember someone made a protective cover for Nokia 3310. When you're browsing Instagram in pitch black and a video uploaded in HDR starts playing, just ask her for her number. What's the worst that can happen? Girl after I ask for her number. You've heard of Elf on a Shelf. Now get ready for charcuterie boards are just adult Lunchables. And that's a fact. The volume of Google Maps voice when you need it. When you're nice to the quiet kid, so he erases your name off the list. The internet speed when loading the video. The internet speed when loading the ads. When you see the people who were popular in high school again. Me, I watch The Matrix for the plot. The plot. If beating Tetris is not a life goal, then neither is reading a teleprompter. When a British captive officer challenged Surcouf with the words, "You French fight for money, while we fight for honor," Surcouf replied, "Each of us fights for what he lacks most." Clapping when the plane lands, booing when the plane crashes. We should be optimistic we can still save the world. No, the world is doomed. Everything's messed up. We should be optimistic we can still save the world. Harry Potter, did you forge my name in the Epstein flight log? The letter Z when Nintendo designed the SNES controller. Nintendo, seeing its competition struggling while they are doing fine. This just honestly reminds me that my phone worked properly. Lock screen password is required if not used for 72 hours. If you ever feel useless, remember that animatronics can get rabies from ball pits and slides. When your sarcasm is so advanced, people think you are stupid. The problem of being faster than light is that you can only live in darkness. When you put a potato in the microwave and push the pizza button, but when it's done, it's still a potato. Pineapple on pizza is disgusting. Then don't order it. Man, woman, white, black, poor, rich, Asian. People who say you can't be just a friend with the opposite gender. You drop your phone. Panic. It's a Nokia. Calm. The ground starts to shake. Panic. Letter I from Pixar logo looking at a big-ass lamp coming down from the sky. Grover nervously checks the room for firearms before his scene with Alec Baldwin. I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me. Clothes, salesman, slaps t-shirt. This baby can fit so much ketchup on it. People asking me questions during a movie, me also watching the same movie for the first time. Women be like, I can fix him. I can see what the hype is all about on these Stanley Cups. Did I stutter? Americans when they realize their flag has red on it. I'm a stepdad. I'm continuing the last guy's save file. I have so many mental health issues, so get help then. Remember Chucky? This is him now. Feel old yet? Dating a girl is fun until she starts biting your arm. Or until she cheats on you with your best friend on Thursday, October 7th, 2019 at 6:40 p.m. Tech support. Hey, did you? Me. I'm not a stupid packing idiot. I checked my spam folder before asking you. Island boys, when they realize they on the wrong island. Motivational speakers. Failure is the first step for success. Me who is in 2000th step. The internet. Have you ever thought about how we're getting older? Remember when? Me. Shoot someone in the face. When you drink orange juice after brushing your teeth. So what do you do in your free time? I stalk people. Okay. I like to swim. I know, unsure sounds. Short men, tall women, not wanting to date each other. American, Mexican, Mark Zuckerberg. J.K. Rowling, Roseanne Barr. Originally praised for being progressive but regressed and turned 180 degrees because they're attention hungry. Hi, I have an exam tomorrow. So, any cheating tips? Buck Shoe Dog, Bundy environmentally correct Briard. It's not just a good idea, it's the show. Staring at the assembly manual of my daughter's 500-piece playhouse after 7 Christmas cocktails. Russia about to enter a civil war, probably making it collapse. The USSR formed in roughly 1923 from a rebellion. Found a hot CGI corn vid on the hub. There's some packing Russian guy commenting over it. When she is talking about her boyfriend issues, so you Jim the invisible camera that follows you around. Types of headaches, migraine, hypertension, stress, figuring out how to pay taxes. A new generation having a fresh start and potential to be the one that will improve humanity. The previous generation about to judge what they do, wear, and watch, and bully them for niche stuff they themselves had a version of when they were younger. Mefs in 1939 seeing Wizard of Oz in the cinema watching, in amazement as the screen suddenly gets rainbowy. January 2019, December 2023. It's okay, Dad, I've seen one before. The milkman brushes mom's teeth with his. Daniel. GameCube, the cooler. Daniel. Wii, the GameCube. Compatibility. Best way to get rid of acne. Google. Bing. What happened to him? He got hit with one too many shells in Mario Kart. Did you draw a deck on my face when I was passed out? Of course not. I traced it. Me, opening presents. My family knowing full damn well it sucks. It's only when the map changes that people care about the old one. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Me seeing my son lose the talent show to a bunch of dancing squirrels who are wearing matching hoodies after spending thousands on his performance and promotion? Am I thinking too quickly, or is the device lagging? Mom, can you grab dinner out of the oven? Me. A packing 6-year-old. Me doing 11 push-ups when the teacher said, do 10. Man who thought he'd lost all hope. In humanity, loses last additional bit of hope he didn't even know he still had. 9-year-old me to my parents on Christmas morning. My parents to 19-year-old me on Christmas morning. Hey you're finally awake. Bro, you should definitely listen to the song Hideaway by Synapson. Listens to it, realizes. Roasts a girl online. Get roasted back and publicly humiliated. Responds with a shitty comeback. Getting arrested because of a pizza box in the picture. Beware the man with a face of ham, a meaty guy with hands of spam. They saw him come, they ran, but could not stop the ham man's plan. This onion won't make me cry. Minecraft came out 12 years ago. Blue Scooty beats Tetris. Everyone, carefully, he's a hero. Why the pack? Does Christmas bring out the crazy in so many people? Someone. Everything God does, he does for good. Same guy when God gives him cancer. You can't do this to me. You know how much I sacrificed? Me. Turns on video game music because I'm tired of hearing shitty music on the work radio. Coworker. Subconsciously bobs head to the music. Me. Visible happiness. This onion won't make me cry. Playing MW 32011, ending while stoned. Me right now. 13-year-old. I beat Tetris after 37 years. Sky News reporter go outside. It isn't a life goal. 13-year-old. Beaches be having this type of attitude, with this kinds of pushy. Blow my mind. Every dog's nose looks the exact same, regardless of the breed. Harry Potter after putting Dumbledore's name on the Epstein list in revenge for him putting his name into the Goblet of Fire. Whenever I forget something, how could you forget that? Why didn't you remember? Whenever my spouse forgets something, oh no, yeah, we forgot this. We should really remind each other about these things. You should have reminded me. Rockstar Games. All GTA games are 18 plus. Me who played GTA Vice City and San Andreas when I was 10 years old. Reality can be whatever I want. Kurt Cobain's guitar and sweater auctioned for over $6 million. Real Nirvana fans. How much for the gun? Me explaining imposter syndrome to my coworkers. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Principal giving me 1-week vacation after I won a fight in school. Wolf. Demolishes houses and eats pigs. That one little pig that decided to cook and eat the wolf. Top of the food chain, ma. Top of the food chain. Pedro Pascal. Kieran Culkin. HBO. Watching the Golden Globes. Me trying to breathe every morning when Taylor Swift goes to the supermarket. POV. You are watching YouTube video with 1 megabit per second internet. Video. Ad. People that just woke up this morning. Some guy spending $50,000 on has-been hotel Ripcorn. Andy. We're just gonna lock her for the night, right? We're not gonna kill her. Laylee. Watching my kids open their Nintendo Switch, knowing I will make them cry in a few hours playing Mario Kart. Wait, I thought you were lactose intolerant? People who are lactose intolerant, oh no. Anyway, bro, buys chat, GPT plus, so he can pass classes. Me, our chat GPT Plus. Fake money printing companies after inventing Mr. Beast. People in other states. Florida mosquitoes can't be that bad. Florida mosquitoes. Dad goes to bathroom while traveling. 10-year-old me. Karen. Karen's me. Me. Karen's her back. Karen. No. This isn't how you're supposed to play the game. Me knowing my birthday is the exact year and day of the day crabs fries. The human race. My grandma saying thank you to the Google Home robot apocalypse. Me watching all these reboots of my favorite movies that had nothing wrong with them in the first place. If tooth decay is caused by bacteria and alcohol kills bacteria, then how come alcoholics still get tooth decay? When she breaks up with you after stealing your hoodie, my friends and family hyping me up that I have knowledge on everything. Me in reality with only surface knowledge of most of the things. Pissing in the sink. Sinking on the piss. POV. You recover, bro, after he went to the goth muscle. Mommy sleepover. Some random person. What something can say in bed and dinner. That one American kid. I'm American. I can say anything. Me paying $37.64 for MV DoorDash value meal that gets delivered cold an hour later. Elle didn't have to leave my house. When you meet someone outside the friend group and realize 90% of your humor is inside jokes and references no one else would understand. How many kindergarteners can you beat? How many do you have? Girls playing with a man's feelings? Girls playing Grand Theft Auto. Me reflecting on my life choices right before I go to sleep. Frankenstein is the monster. Frankenstein is the doctor. Frankenstein is the book. ChatGPT upgrade. OpenAI Sora. Pack go back. Tribalism derived from divisive American politics where everyone loses regardless. Tribalism derived from having incredibly strong opinions about a hobby you gatekeep. Your Walmart's layout, the Walmart on the other side of town. When the music is on shuffle and I'm taking a sheet. Freebird solo, my time has come. Doctor, I will be delivering the baby. Dad, I'd prefer the baby with a liver. Doctor, Mom, me, still in my mom. Dad, giving up hope for the world. People, giving up hope for the world. People, the fact that you are giving up hope is dooming the world, so you should instead be optimistic. This is Boris. He guards the foyer of my house. Boris is a mannequin filled with 175 pounds of tannerite and wood screws. Boris will not get down on the ground. Boris will not drop the guns. People form the Midwest expecting a white Christmas. The Midwest getting a straight week of fog instead. Jeremy Corbell when he sees a wad of birdsheet stuck to a camera lens. The mean girl waiting for you to say something so she can try to make you look bad. When you are enjoying your day, but hear a slow synth start playing. Me not studying while being aware that every second that I spend doing nothing increases the probability of my failure, but still not being bothered to study, but still panicking. Movie critics when they see a poorly animated movie. Holding an ice cube in your mouth to heal a swollen taste bud be like, what's causing this drop in conversion rate? Bid strategy. Keywords. The website, it now loads forever. Going to sleep and getting comfy? Yes. Not shut up. Your body is itchy now. How I look writing my... How the teacher looks correcting my paper. When there was a huge fight in the group chat, but you were asleep. The whole lunchroom when I tell them how difficult it was to get used to going to school in a new state. My family doesn't celebrate Christmas. Everyone else does. So the ski mountain should be empty on early Christmas morning. The ski mountain is crowded and there are very few trails open. The ski mountain is crowded and there are very few trails open. The body, after giving itself brain damage and almost dying because of a fever it gave you. We did it, Patrick. We saved the city. Me after I win the lottery. I know each generation of kids and what they watch changes. But if I hear a MF unironically say, "Who's SpongeBob?" I'm gonna lose it. Yelled at him for being on the counter? Now he's taunting me. When you sit on the mall Santa's lap and feel something hard, he doesn't have any toys on him. I had one job of bringing wine to the family dinner. A spider is inside the wine bottle and not intentionally there. Imagine if it were a red, you'd have no idea it was there until it's in your glass. Florida housing market in 2021. New Yorkers, New York. When you know more about Star Wars history than real history. Santa isn't real proof. He is real, idiot. He only comes if you are sleeping. Man, I'm 13 and I'm smarter than you. Dumb people these days. Everyone else at the barbecue. Me roasting my annoying cousin. Fandoms, innocent art, jokes, and talking about the topic. Dark jokes, bad ships, NSFW. When you want to throw your breakfast out the window. Nobody is born cool, except of course, people who seed after torrenting. When you're watching a movie with your guy friend and you hear unzipping noise, I must get out of here as quick as possible. People smashing, multiverse clashing, future going to hell, not gonna lie, Santa gonna cry, I'll be singing Jingle Bell. When you ask her what she got you, and she say, pushy, for the third Christmas in a row. The other characters look like total Drama Island contestants. Fred looks like a gay Hent character. What are you waiting for? I don't know. A third season of glitch techs. Guess. Sigh. Me too, kid. Hovering around the food table because I'm hungry, but I don't want to be the first one to take some. An Australian guy, Bill Morgan, was declared dead for 14 minutes. He somehow survived. To celebrate his survival, he bought a scratch card and won a $27,000 car. The media asked him to reenact the scratch card moment. He bought another card and won another $250,000 jackpot. God is trying to apologize. Me working my draining 9 to 5 for the foreseeable future, watching all my favorite YouTubers on my lunch break, talking about how soul-sacking it's been being a YouTuber for 3 years, and how they're now retiring into wealth. Mercy? No, we can't have that here. You want onto the beta? Beat the title screen boss first networking? More like not working. My immune system fighting an infection. My immune system fighting the common cold. My immune system fighting a pollen. I have to go to work every day. I don't. Fair enough. But you also don't have any money. Neither do you. Upset customer. Me following up 2 years old email. I hope this email finds you well. Me makes eye contact with an angry baby. And I took that personally. Merry Crimbus, son, just what you wanted. The nerve of some people. If Oprah and The Rock, a billionaire and a multimillionaire, have the guts to ask you for donations for Maui, you can go get forklift certified. I need something deadly, dangerous. I have just the thing. Some Google Ads agencies and experts be like, best I can do is increase TROAS. My plan on February 14th. Son, one day you'll be a man. Dad, I'm 33, but you drive an electric. Who likes always being right? Who likes admitting they're wrong? No food and medicine or draw 25. White people. My friend who doesn't understand slang terms. Me who knows someone was just mean to them. Me thanking the creator. I am not a celebrity in Hollywood. The most dangerous game to play. Resting your eyes in the morning after shutting off your alarm. Women. Where are all the good men? Men. Where are all the good women? Cars when the snow isn't fully cleaned off yet. Having the same kind of joke in every new movie is boring and repetitive. MCU writers. My parents after they see my incognito search history when paying the Wi-Fi bill. Taylor Swift makes rare public appearance with her next album. I breathe air for you. I pump blood for you. I filter waste for you. One jerk of the wheel and the car will go flying off the bridge into that river. Do it pushy. Me, who just took clean laundry from the dryer and put it in the basket. I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. Me promise my love that I will go early to bed, being the whole night awake because I can't stop thinking about her. It's Christmas. We're getting closer to 2024. Finish I hate the most. Inflation. Her. I want you to eat me out, choke me, and call you daddy. How down are you? Me. Me going outside when it's 20 degrees Fahrenheit to see some guy wearing shorts and a tank top. Wearing a bomb suit is just plan B when you're defusing a bomb. Skeleton will come back next week with more disturbing facts. German bread be like gluten tag. When your biopic just squashed a Marvel movie. Average beer fan. Average enjoyers of water, milk, and homemade juice. A female lead in GTA? I thought the whole point of the game was being able to drive. High crust, I'm mantle. I don't core. Aughts, it earths. Gym teacher. It doesn't matter what happens, just have fun. Also, the gym teacher, watching me fumble the ball for the 5th time in a row. After Christmas, don't forget to give your tree a proper Viking funeral. Mary Fossemus, non-denominational associate. Did you assume who I worship? I only follow science, you idiot. Happy Science Days to you, friendo. Merry Christmas, brother. God be with you. Merry Christmas, brother. Christ be with you. Alexander Graham Bell. I invented the telephone. His brother Taco. I'm working on some pretty big stuff too. How should we advertise our new social media? Present our cool features. Use influencers. Let's show people packed up resist and homophobe transphobe posts. The historic San Francisco Armory. People who don't know. People who know. 2023. Me still trying to process a 2020. This younger generation. I'm offended. Me. Who gives a sheet? Freethinkers when they see anti-5G protection for $1,999.99. The product. The product after Elon buys the company for $44 billion and makes it better. Elon Musk is a packing idiot. People. Dating in 2023 is hard because you don't know if that person is a boy or a girl. Me, I don't care. looks female enough. I'm gonna be eat so healthy and drink heaps of water and read good books. Pregnant women, being too tired for any of that. Teacher, mistakes make you stronger. Me and the boys after the math test. Demon in my closet trying to scare me at night. Doom music starts playing and lights turn on. Google images, showing me images I searched for, showing me images I didn't search for. I wish we could go back to the early 2010s when playing Minecraft was such a blast. Can't wait to mine diamonds again. Hey, I'm a dwarf and I'm digging hole. I'll build the coolest house anyone has ever seen. I'm just gonna kill someone's Minecraft dog for the fun of it. Me wanting to sleep in on my day off. My body, yep, diarrhea. My dad, we should get together more. My dad, when we get together more.